Well, comedians from around the globe will be descending on the nation's capital in February for the Alterna Savings Crackup Comedy Festival. And the best part, the money raised will go towards mental health initiatives in Canada. At this year's gala dinner, there will be a special tribute to the late, great John Candy, where they will celebrate his life, his career, and his incredible legacy. Joining us now from Los Angeles to talk about her father as well as the big event is Jennifer Candy. And we also have comedian Mary Walsh here in studio. She's the chair of the festival and will be co-hosting the big dinner. Mary, we're going to start with you. This really is the little festival that could. It has, a lot of people are learning about it for the very first time tonight, but it has quite a storied past.
It started out 15 years ago as quite a small one-night affair, 200 people in the audience, raising money for the Royal Ottawa Hospital, which is the hospital that is dedicated to mental health in the nation's capital. And it's grown now to be a full, it would last year grew to a full week. This year, because of the sesquicentennial, isn't that the oddest?
I love that word, sesquicentennial.
It's like something that came out of a lake, like the Loch Ness Monster or something. But because of that, it's 2 weeks this year. And many big things like when I saw Jen's there and when I saw your dad on just the thing, I immediately went like this, right? Because I just think of Johnny LaRue's Christmas, possibly my favorite thing I've ever seen on TV.
Let's bring Jennifer into this. Well, congratulations to your whole family and the fact that your father's going to be honored at this gala dinner. Talk to me about this tribute and your reaction when you heard about it.
Oh, thank you so much. It was an honor when we heard about this tribute. They, Crackup, Ottawa, and John had reached out to myself and told us about Canada turning 150 and the festival and for all of the good causes that it was going to bring and honoring our dad. And I thought that was amazing. And my brother is thrilled and my mom is thrilled. I'm thrilled. And everyone I've told is really excited about it. And so we're honored.
Mary, you are the festival's co-chair.
Yes.
And you are co-hosting the gala dinner with Sophie Trudeau, who's going to be in attendance.
Right. Sophie's going to be in attendance if she doesn't have to be serving Canada in some way, like if the Prime Minister doesn't have to be in Turkey for some kind of thing.
Of course.
But next to the country, the whole country, we are first number one on the agenda. So if nothing goes wrong, she will be there. And there'll be people, Mark Critch, Johnny Harris, Catherine O'Hara. I was talking to Andrea Martin yesterday. Hopefully, Dave Thomas, we haven't gotten a reply from him yet. We're still holding out hope for Mike Myers.
These are no slouches.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they're all coming together to celebrate Canada's 150 and to celebrate John Candy and his brilliance.
And what was it about this that made you want to take on the role of co-chair?
Well, I've been working, I think I was at the second one, maybe, or the third one. I've been doing a lot of work for mental health for a long time because, Ben, I guess only 1 in 6 children who seek help for mental health in this country, in Canada, ever receive any help, at all. And that's children who actually seek. And they're saying, and they've proved pretty well beyond a shadow of a doubt, that if early intervention, as in a lot of diseases, makes all the difference in the world. And yet children can help if there's an 18-month waiting period at the Janeway Hospital in St. John's, which is where I live. And it's the same across the country, really. 18 to 24 months is as an adolescent child seeking help. So it's dire. And so, I wanted to help. And of course, 1 in 5 of us will suffer from a severe mental illness. And they say that half of us at some point in our life will suffer. And I suffer from the disease of addiction. I've been, not practicing. I'm not a practicing alcoholic for the last 24 years or so. But, with addiction, if mental illness is the red-haired stepchild of general illness of the health care system, then addiction is the red-haired stepchild of mental illness. It's like nobody recognizes that addiction is a disease yet.
Yes, yet it is.
We need to talk about it. We need to get it out there. We need to reduce the stigma, and we need to increase the help that's available.
I want to bring Jennifer back in because, I want to get back to your father on this. It is, when people are asked about their favorite memories of your father, they'll say things like planes, trains, and automobiles, or stripes. I'm sorry, I keep looking at the wrong camera. I'm going to stick with this one right here. But you have personal memories. I would love to know from you, what are some favorite memories that you have of your father?
Oh boy, personal memories of my father. Going up to Muskoka to our family friend's cottage up there was always a great memory because it always brought me back to Canada and home. Going to set to visit my dad was always surreal and a treat, and I was very fortunate that I was able to do that. From everything from Who's Harry Crumb to Great Outdoors, Uncle Buck, traveling to Chicago. You know, it was our family vacations kind of were part of his work schedules.
Now, you also have a show, I believe, called Couch Candy, and you chat with comedians.
Yes.
And so you've had big ones,
Yes, I
Belushi,
do.
Martin Short. What is it about comedy? Is it in your blood?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I hope so. It better be. I think so.
Yeah. And what's one thing that maybe do all comedians have one thing in common? I'll bring Mary into this as well. Do you all have one thing in common besides being funny?
Well, somebody said on that Jerry Seinfeld Comedians in Cars, he said, you know, sometimes comedians, really great comedians, can be really great actors, but actors can't be comedians because comedians have a third eye, like they see something. So he said, whenever there's a tragedy, comedians already have that joke written.
Yeah.
They don't share it with anyone, but later on and so they see things a little differently. My hair is sticking up weirdly.
I can fix it.
Your hair
thank
looks
you.
beautiful.
Thank you, darling.
You just keep talking.
So I thought that seemed true to me. Oh, we're going to be in that Jimmy Fallon terrible Trump thing where you're fixing my hair and people will say, she's a monster and Ben Mulroney fixed her hair.
I do. I'm a full-service host.
Thank you, Daddy.
Let's also talk, Mary, about your role as a Bell Let's Talk ambassador.
Ah, yes. I'm really proud to be involved in that because they really have made a difference. The statistics show that they have lowered, that since Bell Let's Talk has been doing this just one day a year, it has young people, especially young people, are much more willing to talk about mental health issues. So I'm glad to be on with the crowd, you know, Clara and of course, Howie Mandel,
Yes.
another comedian. Yeah.
Well, Jennifer, and thank you so much, Mary, for being here this morning. We really appreciate spreading the word of this tremendous comedy festival, and we hope you'll come back and join us again sometime soon.
Thank you, Ben. Really nice to see
so
you,
much.
Jen.
Nice to see you too. I'll see you in next month.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, and for more information on the Alterna Savings Crackup Comedy Festival, head to our website, yourmorning.ca.